This is George Chambers, your host of Coffee Talk News, Breakfast at Benedicts. Tim and I are at our favorite restaurant spot down here in Dunedin, Benedicts. Got Kevin and Danielle. We're just kind of getting ready to do a little talk here, talk about some stuff that was on the news. Hey, Tim, I see half your eye. Do you know that? We're not good at this stuff. We are not good. We're going to share this with our group.
Make sure you have.
We're going to share it with our redefining.
There is no better half.
And so, hey Tim, I was wondering if, as we get started, did you see in the news today? I mean, this morning, it wasn't on the mainstream news. It wasn't on any type of news except for news that you would never expect to see it. And today they were talking about 8.3% inflation, which added on to the 11% additional inflation that's going on right now since the beginning of the year. I'm gonna enjoy some of this coffee right now.
It's sobering.
So in our Coffee Talk News, what we like to typically do is discuss with you. We're in this local restaurant. We're staying at the bar top here, just kind of getting ready to have some breakfast. Nadine's here. She's the owner, and we just enjoy having breakfast with her. I mean, if you haven't been to Benedicts down in Dunedin, you should be here. I'm telling you, Nadine knows our order, where I just walk in and all of a sudden coffee shows up and breakfast shows up. We never know when it will because she just places the order whenever she wants, and we like that. Now Tim's gonna have to order something because he changes his order every single time. So Tim, seriously, you know, the last time that we did an interview was with I was at Valspar in Innsbruck.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how at that time it was the highest it had been in 5 years, inflation. Now we're at a 40-year all-time high. What do you think, and what do you tell clients when you're meeting with them in our office there? What do you tell them when you meet with them as to what should I do next?
Well, we talk to them about risk, right? What's the level of risk that they want to have? And we talk about, what are their goals? They're already retired, many of them, well into their retirement. So how can we help redefine that? And as you know, we don't sell them anything, but we offer sleep insurance, right? So the more stressed they are about risk, the downturn, inflation rising, the value of their accounts dropping, I think most are averaging 12% down year to date. We talk about what their options are and how we can help them overcome that.
Okay. Well, the thing I noticed though is that what we've been getting phone calls on recently are our clients that are getting ready to take their first required minimum distribution, and they call that the RMD, and it's a 401k. It's called an MRD. Just different words for basically government intervention into your retirement plan and a taxable event potentially with every type of withdrawal that you get out. But let's take a pause for a second. Hey Nadine, we love this restaurant.
Thank you.
And we're talking about you, so I'm gonna have what I normally have.
Okay.
Okay, whatever that might be.
Which one we eat with home price?
Yeah, and I know Danielle's here.
I'm
not sharing potatoes with her today. They're my own potatoes.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, Tim, what are you gonna do?
Just 3 eggs scrambled, like my buddy Kevin. All protein.
Okay.
All protein.
So getting back to
You're switching it up.
I'm switching it up.
Tim.
Those look amazing. Those pancakes.
You
And
deserve
so
it.
with
You're
the
married
requirement
now.
of
Doesn't
distribution,
matter.
I don't think that this situation that we're dealing with right now is concerning
just
to
scrambled
people that
eggs.
are 40 years old.
I'll get this out of the way.
That are 30 years old, that are getting into the workforce, that are 50 years old, that are getting into the workforce. This concern is for people that are 60 to 65 in that retirement window, as we call it, or even 72 right now, where they're saying, I want to retire. So with this deflation in the money and inflation with expensive things, I mean, I don't know, I went to the grocery store the other day and I bought a Baby Ruth bar, my favorite candy in the world. It used to be 2 for $1. Now it's 1 for $2.69. I don't think anything changed in the wrapper. I don't think anything changed inside the candy thing. Tim, are you experiencing the same thing when talking with your clients about this inflationary where people are living on fixed income? Talk about that.
Well, my personal example yesterday that I shared with a client, $3.98 a gallon I filled up on Saturday. This morning driving into Benedicts, $4.49. So just in a blink of an eye, right? 50+ cent increase in the cost of gas. I wonder what changed. So clients come into us. Clients want to travel to our office. You know, these are painful things for them to discuss. And we don't focus on the decline. We don't focus on the things we can't control. We just help them find a solution to overcome that. And that's all we do is we help people every day.
You know, yesterday a friend of mine, Sean Schreiber, he's a financial advisor somewhere else in the area, and he was talking about personal story about going to the gas station in the morning, and then by the time that he had gone, drove by another gas station, the price of gas in the same morning went up 60 cents. How does one that lives on a fixed income live with a 60-cent increase in 1 hour? So that what gets them funded to go around? You know, it's amazing to me. I will tell you that it's beautiful here in Dunedin today. If you haven't been to Dunedin ever, you need to come here. And next time, hey Chris, you know, you and your wife up there in Georgia, next time you guys come down to Georgia, from Georgia, why don't you come visit with us? Today you should be receiving that baby formula, and I wanted to kind of change streams for a little bit. Let's talk about foods that are important to this world. Feeding our children. You know, when you have disruptions in the food chain, and Tim, I remember you showing me a video once, or an article once, of where all the ships were stuck. And because of regulation and red tape and things like that, that caused them to slow down. The ships weren't leaving the port from where they were at to get here. So as we go through these crises and we live through them, there's only one thing that happens with demand. Demand drives prices up. Inflation and deflation of dollar value, when the price of the item goes up in value, Tim, right? What happens with your dollar? Your dollar becomes less valuable, and therefore you're paying $2, you're paying $3 for the same thing you're paying 50 cents for. I'm going to tell you a story. This is a story about my daughter and I. When she, well, actually, no, I'll tell about my son, because if I tell the story about my daughter and she sees this video because she doesn't eat ice cream anymore, she'll be infuriated with me. Now she's gluten-free everything. So my son and I, instead of my daughter and I, went to the grocery store years ago when Gus is 11 now, he was like 6. He wanted ice cream. We took a little basket, you know those little green baskets you can carry like this? And then we went there and we bought ice cream. And we bought one ice cream, some cones. We spent $8, $9. Last weekend, or last week before we went, Danielle and I went out of town, we went and bought ice cream for Costa. I got the same basket. I spent $40 for the same stuff. It's just unbelievable. And so what I'm trying to get at, and the point I'm driving home to, is that sometimes what we need to do is take a look at ways that, you brought it up, you said it right at the beginning, provide sleep insurance. So when the world decides to do something opposite of what you're doing, specifically in the retirement window, is that you don't allow yourself to take a loss potentially at the most critical time when you're thinking about retiring. Because today in the news they talked about people that might have already been ready to retire now might have to rethink retirement based on age and based on value of dollars. At 72 years old, when you have to take your first required minimum distribution, or if you've already been taking your required minimum distributions, what you'll find is that when you're taking money out of your accounts, the account value might go down, and then you have to take out money off on top of that. The problem with that is that valuation to your account was in December 31st of the previous year. So December 31st, 21 was the value of the required minimum distribution. And you take it out at an 18% downturn in the market. How does that feel against your account value? What we found in the last downturn similar to this was in 2008, is that a lot of the clients that had became new clients of ours after the fact became greeters at Walmart and Home Depot and Lowe's, not because they wanted to, but because they had to generate additional income dollars to represent and help fix what they had lost because they could never get it back.
Here's the live ones.
Hey, listen, I want you to take a look at our website. There's a retirement panel live, or it was 2 videos I did talking about this in interviews. CoffeeTalkNews.com. I'm gonna put it out here.
You see it?
If you have any questions for us, go to our website, send us the messages, give us a call, stop in, Call and talk to our office. I'll put that number in there too. I want you to talk to Nicole at my office, 727-946. Oh, what's our number?
940.
Danielle, I must give your number away. 940-9536. And ask for Nicole. We are doing a Veterans Day event on the 26th, a actual barbecue at our office. It's going to be for 25 to 30 people max, but we're doing an honoring of a soldier who lost his life in battle while saving my brother on May 12th. My brother, Pete Chambers, had a live day where he was saved by this gentleman for standing his post, and we'll be honoring him as my brother's career is coming to the end. Retiring after 38 years, and so we'll be remembering the soldiers that were lost, and we'll also be celebrating the ones that are alive and still with us today. Our veteran wall is something that we truly believe in, and we love to share. All the things on our bookshelf next to our wall have been given to us by other veterans on donation or voluntarily given to us, in the meaning that we take it on rent or take it where they can take it back at any point they want. But I think you should come see this wall that's been dedicated to the soldiers. Being a military person myself, every day when I walk into this space, it reminds me of who I am and what I do. And I know Tim likes to share things about this also because he deals with a lot of the veterans that come in our office. I'm going to zoom in on Tim. We're going to end this with Tim's final message here.
Yeah, we are here to help. We just want to make sure that everybody remembers they're not alone. Just give us a call. We are literally just a phone call away. And George got back from his honeymoon, beautiful trip, his new bride Danielle, and people couldn't wait for the Chambers to return, and the phones were off the hook yesterday. People are concerned, and you have a right to be concerned. We're all concerned, but let's talk it out. Let's figure things out together. Just give us a call. Come on in. We'll have a cup of coffee, and we'll figure it out one cup at a time. Right, George?
Yeah, well, one cup at a time, and I'm almost done with this cup, so I'm going to get Nadine to get me another one.
You need another one, what?
Another cup of coffee whenever. We appreciate it. And hey, Nadine, I have about like 400 people here. And I'm telling them that this restaurant needs about 400 to show up.
Oh, yes, please, get them in here.
We need you here now.
Yes, we love running. It's our cardio.
So to finalize this and to finish this, take a look at our website, give us a call, make sure you come to our luncheon that we're having, our barbecue at our office. You'll be pleased to see that. It's something that we're really proud of. It is by RSVP only. Like I said, the seats are numbered and limited to the amount of people that can attend the event. It's just space constraint. But I will tell you this.
Yes, it's old-fashioned.
My story of why I do this is because when my father and my brother-in-law passed away in 1999, September 3rd, and 7 other people passed away on an airplane. Nobody had done any of the work that needed to be done as it relates to the attorneys, the financial, the insurance professionals. And one boy who passed away on the plane, his father was in this industry, and I said, "Why are you so calm in all of this?" Because we were prepared. And so what we do is at our office is we start with the beneficiary form, because my dad's beneficiary forms were wrong. We look at the trust to make sure that you have the trust in it, make sure it's in place, and we have our attorneys look at it to make sure that it's proper, because that had been done incorrectly as well. We make sure you understand what the pitfalls are as to making sure that if you need to get Social Security, how do you go about doing that when you lose somebody tragically or when you lose somebody naturally? Because what happens in a natural situation is that your Social Security check gets stepped up to the higher payment. We offer free Social Security analysis report that allows you to make sure that you make the maximized decision as it relates to your Social Security plan. And in this day and age, like the ostrich head in the sand, don't pop out going, "Okay, I'm ready to retire. What should I do now?" Take the time to plan today. Thank you. Have a great weekend. And by the way, this weekend on Saturday, I'm going to be at the Tequila Festival in St. Petersburg with 17 or 20 different vendors down there serving us the best Mexican food, not tequila. Thank you for attending Coffee Talk News Breakfast at Benedicts. We'll be here next Friday at the same time, 8:15 in the morning.